Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out tonight's stream with the Borsig here. Nice to see everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Like usual, feel free to request any tanks and I will do my best to get to them as long as I own them. Thank you Victor for tipping Levi a biscuit here. He's patiently waiting down there. Alright, so my first match in this tank, I finally caved in and free XP'd the remaining, it was like 30, I think it was like 30,000 experience to get through the stir meal. And I caved in because that tank is honestly the worst tank I've ever played, and I can say that. I'm probably gonna follow the pack here, but nice to see everyone popping in here. This 50B really needs to stop, but yeah, my first battle here in this, and honestly, yeah, they're all gonna push up the hill. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna head this way actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up the hill, honestly, in time for it to matter much. Alright. But I'm gonna stay over here because I feel a little bit more confident being on this side than I do if I stayed like more towards the base or like the 7-8 line. I'm doing alright though, thanks for asking. I had a little bit of a busy day, but can't complain. Hopefully everything's good on everybody else's end here. I guess I don't want to commit too much, but we have so many people on the hill. Oh my god, there's an Object 268 version 4 over here. This is full on we are going to die mode. Especially because the T49 probably has the derp gun. Oh lord. Yep, this is gonna be a very, very quick match. Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw that coming there, but unfortunately that's really, I should have just stayed and went with the rest of them on the hill, but honestly I'd just be sitting up there not doing anything. But oh well. Hello Abdul, nice to see you. Carl, Poser. Jeffrey, just feel free to ask. You don't have to ask a question. Alright, but yeah. This is what happens when you follow one person saying everybody go up the hill. That honestly just killed us there. Oh well. Well, first match in that has not been any better than the start her meal was. Okay. I would say when it comes to platooning, I do platoon today. I am gonna be switching stuff. Not this stream, but probably the stream after, to where I'm gonna, you know, I'm still going to be platooning, but it definitely, I get confused a lot of times, especially Fridays, where, you know, unless you have every tier, I'm not going to be able to platoon. And also, it's going to, basically, because I'm going to be cutting the stream back a little bit, given I go back to work here soon, it's going to be for basically people in the clan, sponsors, and also people, stream supporters and stuff. So pretty much anyone on, I have a little board in front of me. Yeah, I don't I don't want it to come off that way, to where like I only platoon with people, you know, who say tip me, but it's, you know, it basically how I'm currently doing it. Sometimes it gets really confusing, and you know, it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really come off as entertaining to me, because watching me kind of bounce from like 4 or 5 messages and trying to fit people with different tiers, and yeah, but I'm still figuring out like the specifics. Kind of another bad matchmaking here for me, but I will make it work. Don't think I'm spotted until, yeah, I fire, but T20 doesn't exactly have the most accurate gun in the world, so I'm not surprised that missed by a pretty big margin. I did get that Udez there though. He should be one-shottable now, given that unless I hit him like on the gun, I can overmatch his tank. Hello, Jackie. Sounds good, John. Hey, I'm not too keen on pushing up the hill just yet. You know, I'm not going to be able to brawl against tier 9s and 8s and stuff head on with this. Maybe later on I might be able to, but I'm just going to try to take pot shots if possible and hope I, you know, don't get taken out. Guy should... There we go. Got a little lucky there, but even though it's small, he's doing like the same movements over and over. Well, like that's the thing, like it's gonna be, I haven't figured out the specifics, but like personally, like right now, the way I do it is if like say someone doesn't have like up to tier 10, I always have my tank request list up, which is why I'm trying to make it as fair as possible for everyone while making it easy for me to get people in and out of Platoon. As far as like if I have people queued up, you know, figuring out who can play what and stuff like that. I don't know why I did that, but like currently if someone doesn't have all the tiers right now and they want to pop in, say, for a battle, like usually I guess say look at my tank request list, and like if there's a spot I can definitely fit you in. It's just, yeah. But honestly, platooning, it sounds really easy, and honestly it is, you know, but once you add in streaming and like I like to keep things pretty like you know, upbeat as far as like the flow and always in battles, it gets a little bit confusing for me for some reason. But I'll figure out like certain stuff to where, you know, I don't want to just, you know, not platoon with anybody, because that would honestly be boring. I think I can smack him with the APCR again, but he is currently aiming at me to where I was hoping that I could get a shot without being hit in return. Okay, I'm just gonna... I can shoot... maybe I can't shoot through it now, but trying to get what little cover he has left destroyed, because I'm not gonna be sticking my neck out too far here. He can two-shot me. But my team's doing really well. You know, I could be pushing on the other side where it's a little bit more open, but for the most part, except for that guy. I forgot all about him because, you know, he had a tank right next to him and he decided to shoot me instead. Yeah, it happens. Let's take out him. But the T20, like when I'm bottom tier in this, sometimes I push it a little too far. You just gotta hold yourself back a little bit sometimes, and mainly because of the accuracy and the low HP is what makes it difficult. Because sometimes like you push out and you set up a good shot, but it'll just miss or bounce or something, and then you lose like half your HP, and you're like sitting there like, well, why did I just do that? Why am I using HE? Because it made sense there. I was shooting a building to get the cover out, but I wasn't going to, even with an APCR shell, pop out long enough in front of a T-54E1 that had 3 shells left, because it just didn't make sense. Awesome, but at least we got a win here. Alright, so M5A1, I got a Type 4. I'd say if you want me to play the starter meal, I will. I will, Doug. Alright, I got a Mastery Badge 2nd class though. Yeah, not a great match, but I did get 2 kills and I didn't die, so I'm happy with that. Alright, I can do one more with you, Colt, since you asked at the beginning of the stream. But after that, given you don't have that many options to pick from, we can at least do tier 8 here. For whatever reason, I know you want. Alright. I'll send you an invite right after this, John. Or at least, I think, do I play ranked battles? Not really, only because honestly I don't really have time to, honestly. Like tonight, I could, but as far as like the times I'm on when ranked battles are actually going on is like just like 2 or 3 hours a week, and I'm streaming here, so trying not to. Jeffrey, I will later. I can't check Messenger right now, honestly. But, please, I can't do everything during the stream. Where I know you know that, so please stop asking. Thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. I'm glad you enjoyed the T20 battle. I don't know where I'm gonna head yet. I'm just gonna honestly just blow a little bit of time and kind of wait to see where my team shakes out, which we have a lot of people going left, which is kind of terrifying given that we have some heavies going out that way. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stick here and see what kind of pops up for me to shoot at. IS-7 of all things. Oh no, T-57. We already lost the PZ-4. That's not a good sign. This. Kind of a weird positioning for our team. I kind of want it to be further this way, but we don't have anyone else kind of in the center. I honestly can't really push out any further than I am here. I kind of want them to just pull a little bit towards me. Can't really help you there, Colt. is back where Putt is. They'll be able to start getting shots on this IS-7 and the other people pushing in. I'm still most likely going to take damage, but letting them push through and getting themselves into trouble definitely is the better thing to do, although I don't have any other... Yeah, I'm definitely going to die now. I only have 1 HP. And the IS-7... Ooh, the IS-7 is going to spare me. Well, for now. The WZ-111-14 is still up here. Okay, maybe he's not. Awesome. Got 7 seconds left till I reload. There we go. Luckily that worked out there, and with 1 HP of all things. Oh, I hope nobody's gonna be here. I need to get myself somewhere. Oh god, they spotted me. I need to get myself somewhere that they do not know where I am, because anything like literally breathing on me is going to kill me. P95 keeps lighting me up. Luckily, this one Artie, if he takes a shot at me for 1 HP, I will be extremely surprised. But stranger things have happened. Come on. Let's say I should be able to pen him. I got really unlucky there and hit him pretty low for 2 shots there. Hello, GG, Sean, and Fix It, and anyone else that popped in that I kind of missed. Alright. Unfortunately, our team, we're down by 2, and most of our tanks that we need that have HP and armor are kind of stuck in the north right now. Oh lord, yeah, I'm kind of in a really difficult spot here. So is Cut there. I'm gonna hope to get some side shots. But if someone pops up closer to me, like to the left of where I'm aiming, I'm kind of boned. Crap, I don't really have a shot anymore. Oh, I did. No! There we go. I know I could get him. Just oh god. No, I'm dead. I tried to get as much damage as I could with 1 HP. I missed that 1263 shot. If I had hit that one earlier, I would have been able to run away in time. Or not that way, but drop down and then run away. But oh well. At least I had 1 HP and I didn't die just right from the get-go. Next up, I'll send you an invite here in a second, John, because IS here next. Go. But if anyone else does want into the platoon, all you gotta do is message me. It does help if you have every tier available. If not, take a look at my tank request list and, you know, make sure, you know, you have some tiers that line up with that, because I do it in order. And I'll try my best to fit you in. The Lorraine, I really like the Lorraine. It's probably one of the better tier 8 premiums currently. Since it's been released, I think it's in like the 3rd most profitable tier 8 premium. Does a lot of damage, good mobility, nothing really to hate about it. Like, basically it's an AMX 5100, which I'm currently grinding. You guys know I don't like that too much. With a more accurate gun, has less shells per magazine, but that's not a big factor because you know, the accuracy is much better, and the reload between the magazines being lower makes it more versatile. As far as the glacier map, the ice doesn't act like ice. Wargaming would have to completely rework the ground ground terrain resistance, because currently there's just hard ground, moderate ground, and soft ground. So for example, right here, hard ground, like basically it goes a little bit outside of the road. Moderate ground, and then soft ground would be, say, if you're driving through the water there. Showing the shot counter in the bottom left here, it's basically in the game. If you go into your settings, you'll see like notifications or something along the line. It's like four or five tabs over, and you can configure it. I basically just check everything off and go from there. Alright, the enemy has a crap ton of people over there. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some really cheap shots early on. I'm not in the easiest tank to like fire at long ranges, but I will try to make it work given that they have so many people on that side. Not too afraid of him, but I am afraid of the people that might be behind him. But I'm actually going to, I think 3, if not 4 tanks over there will be fine. I'm just going to try to pop over to the center. It'll probably end in disaster for me, but I think if I continue down the 9 line, they didn't send anybody up there. Honestly, if I was his VK, because he has to kind of, granted, you know, we're both in ISs, kind of know that somebody might be pushing to him. Let's see if he moves here, but he moved the opposite way. Given that they have more tanks on this side, I'm just going to push on the left here and hope that nobody's directly in front of me. This Jackson, I'd rather get this guy out sooner, because somebody was more or less likely to kill that guy sooner than he was going to get another major shot on somebody. Come on, accuracy. No. The aiming time sometimes really screws me up on this, especially coming from a tank like the Lorraine that even with the auto loader and everything, this still is so far behind it when it comes to the accuracy and aiming time. Okay, the Black Prince is probably in his glory right now, but that's why I swapped over to an APCR shell. Thank you very much, Dana, for the tip. Come on. I don't feel bad throwing. I don't carry too many APCR shells here, but I don't feel bad using them against a Black Prince, since even though we are up, we still got that guy back there, the VK100-01P. I don't even, no, my APCR can't go through him at this range and with him angled. He's the kicker. Like, if you're top tier in that thing, you practically count as 2 tanks a lot of times. He's aiming directly at me. Like, the only negative factor of that thing, if you're top tier, is just size. Because the speed, you know, even though it's lower than most tanks, it's not low enough in my opinion. Unfortunately though, with them having that guy, I don't even know where's. Okay, our meal's in the center, but he doesn't have much HP. Ooh, crap, I got real lucky there. Okay, he missed another shot on me. There we go, we finally found him. Not getting as many shots as I would like. Somehow he was able to hit me though. I guess it wasn't registering since I'm close to this building here or something. I thought I had a shot though, and then, you know, I didn't. That kind of threw me off there. I guess I honestly need to start shooting here, and I can't. I should have pushed a little bit further. I should have pushed that way, given that we're defending, so we don't need to kill them. It's not gonna do any good to pipe anything, but we are technically defending, so they have to come to us. Instead, we're kind of doing the complete opposite. I was doing the same thing, trying to push in where should have honestly just winged it for them to push out from the hill. There goes another tank, but oh well. A little bit of a misjudgment. And of course I bounced. But yeah, I definitely screwed up where I put myself, but kind of as a team we all pushed across when we should have honestly just winged it. Yeah, I really stunk that up. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit. I wish I had a biscuit here right now. I hate when I basically get myself to a spot that, you know, I'm stuck at. Which, I don't know why the Emil one was calling everyone idiots and stuff. Like, he was honestly towards the center too. It's not like he was over on the 2 line all game. Hello, nice guy. And Matthew. But thank you very much, Joe Biden's hair plugs, for the tip. Hey, maybe I need a little perk me up here, or pick me up. But yeah, at T44 100, he did a really good job, but that tank honestly is a little too strong. Alright, I will fit you guys in. I'll fit you guys in a couple battles here, since John and Cut haven't really had a bit of battles here. I'm trying to find, there we go. Honestly, I kind of wish I had a couple matches before the stream here. I spent a little bit of time getting the Borsig equipped up, since I free XP'd to Star Mail, and then I was spending a couple minutes with so the sponsor board I put up. He's about center bottom right. Last stream Bill had a Senate tip, so I put him up there. But yeah. That's why if anyone messages me like before streams, whether, you know, it's here in the game or like popping something on YouTube, everything's set up. Like I usually set things up at least like 45 minutes before the stream, but a lot of times I'm like doing other little stuff with keeping track of like, you know, tips and stuff for Streamlabs, moving stuff around, and yeah, there's a lot more to it. Which is why I'm trying to figure out a slightly different approach to platooning so I don't get really discombobulated. Killer Donuts, I don't know which meal you'd like, and also just type exclamation point requests, press space, and type the tank name. That way I can see it better. But Levi biscuits, they're the name of the stream currency, so you get them for watching, tipping, you can win raffles and stuff. I do them every hour, and you can buy certain things like 2 people tonight have tipped Levi's and my dog. He's pretty much here every single stream. Yeah. They tipped him some biscuits. Thanks, Floyd, for the challenge. I'll get to that shortly here, especially since it honestly screws me up a little bit. So after yesterday's stream, I made those 2 glacier videos for the new map. It messes me up when I like kind of play the game and I'm not like playing it like I'm recording a video or something, just because I'm driving around different and like not thinking tactically. I don't know why it happens, but it takes me a few battles to like revert to, I guess, non-test server mode. There are a couple arties and I can be shot here, but a little bit perplexed how this guy's not dead yet. There we go. Looks like they put a lot of people there, and also he's got that spot. Uh-oh. Got him out there. I'm gonna try to take shots here. Sorry I couldn't get to you, John. There's still these buildings until they pop. I technically can shoot these guys now, it's just we don't have anyone spotting. Here we go. No. Vegas basically blew right through. Blew right through there because we didn't have anyone further up once they got John out. This guy I should be able to take out, but oop, he's got a friend actually. Oh crap! I hit him in the mantlet basically. Definitely, I'm gonna take a shot here. That was well worth it. We don't have anyone else kind of far on this line. I'm not too inclined with chasing him unless this Churchill is able to actually come with me. See where he ends up. Especially, crap, I'm gonna be really hurt here. He's got a, what is it, like the pom-pom or something on his tank here. He's gonna be able to reload and finish me off. Unfortunately, doesn't really have any penetration on it, but unfortunately against light tanks, yep, it still tears you apart. I played right into that, so oh well. Well, yeah, the Russian guy who was with me on the Glacier map, They were both honestly the same match. You know, I guess the second one I just did the replay of, but yeah, he started to try to kill me, which, you know, honestly, I just made a training room, and it was in like the first 15 minutes of the test server being up, and he popped in, I grabbed him and started the battle. Whether he liked it or not, he came into battle with me. Which, you know, otherwise, basically the second iteration of the test, you know, there's the new map, Glacier. They updated the garage hangar. Basically, the one that we see now, they didn't say if it's the standard or the premium one. There is going to be two different ones still. Basically for, you know, standard accounts or premium accounts. I have a feeling the one we see currently on the test server, that's the standard one, and then the premium one will be a little bit different. The music, I'm trying to figure out. I need to. I don't think Wargaming NA would even know, to be honest. So basically, each map has brand new music and basically different themes, and you know, honestly, you can go on the website. I forget if it's on NA, but it's definitely on EU. They have all the new songs for each map, and they sound really cool. I need to figure out if they are specifically, I guess, composed for and by Wargaming, because if they are, I'll be able to have them on the stream and kind of have them low in the background to where you can still hear them. If not, I'm gonna have to do what I do now, because the kind of background music that they have, like in certain spots of the game currently, does get flagged for copyright. But pretty good match. You did a really good job too. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get over and help you, John. Those buildings, I don't fight too much in the center on Abbey, to where I honestly didn't have those buildings down pat there. Yeah, I'll probably maybe we'll do two more battles here, and then I'll send you Labobo and Fix It. I'll send you guys an invite here. Yeah, pretty much I drafted him. He popped in, grabbed him, started the match in like 5 seconds. Ready for the HC update? Not really, honestly, because I have a lot to do as far as guides. I haven't really started on map strategies yet, outside of piecing together like the mini maps. I need to still go back and do my one for Glacier, but that's pretty easy. I can do it in a replay. I like Encounter, but I'm gonna have to go to the left side given that this tank's so slow. But yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Not even strictly in the game either. Like, honestly, this is probably, which, you know, I say time and again, basically, to where more or less, you know, people complaining about World of Tanks, Wargaming and stuff. The game, you know, it's 10-year anniversary this year. Or at least I keep saying that and no one keeps correcting me. I think it's like July of this year. So we'll probably get good specials middle of the summer here. But basically, this is honestly the busiest I think I've ever been, like in the winter, and winter, fall, early spring for tanks as far as updates go, that I can remember, as far as like the amount of patches and new content and change content, to where, you know, most other games you don't see that. So something to where sometimes, you know, if you just say play World of Tanks, it can be easy to kind of forget about, say, like other games and like developers and stuff. Like, Wargaming's not perfect by any means. I'm not saying that, but they are at least, you know, they realized, because they were planning on kind of coming out with a successor for World of Tanks sooner than later, but they did switch kind of gears a couple years ago and basically, you know, decided to, you know, revitalize this game a little bit and bring it up to date with the Encore engine instead of going, say, World of Tanks 2.0. They are releasing, it's sometime this year. I'm guessing it would be later in the fall. Oh lord, this is why I don't like going to this side, but usually you're like racing to get, you know, basically get the people on the cap and not get capped out. I'm really surprised the T110E4 literally just drove around the cap. Like, people were gonna care that much, you know. I thought I'd have more stuff to shoot with the mouse, the, you know, mouse hanging back here, but yeah. Thanks, dog, for kicking me. It's just, yeah, this is something to where I picked the wrong flank, but that's a Type 4. I probably should have went to the other side. That's where I go pretty much every single time it's encounter mode, because typically you can do a little bit more there in the beginning. You're not bogged down as much. But right now, the only way I see this is if the bat chat gets on the cap, and even then I don't think that we have it. But unfortunately there's only 2 of us on the cap, and that ain't gonna fly. The Strev 1030 might... the Bulldog's gonna spot us. Like, we're better pulling back to that corner. Yeah, we just got reset. And of course I 0 damage crit, and we're, you know, we're kind of done for at this point though. Oh well, I'm making some stupid mistakes here, but it seems like Friday streams, for whatever reason, I'm just, you know, not on point. We still technically have a chance here. It's just, if I didn't get reset, we probably would have had it, but yeah, now it's pretty much game over now, given that he got reset. Oh well. Struggle City. I'm just gonna, no point in getting premium shells out here at this point. Hello, Arctic and Jerry. All line up for the pinata here. Not shooting you, mouse. The EU server, they said that they're not selling a Defender, so outside of them saying that, I have no idea, Jerry. Which, thanks for the subscription, but yeah, EU, I don't think that the Defender, honestly, the, you know, Object 252U should go back on sale, but it is on the NA server here shortly. I think it's another week, but yeah. Unfortunately, you know, that was a crappy match, but it happens. Alright, SDI here. Nice, Fallon. New computers are always fun once you get a hang of it. You can max everything out and stuff. Why shouldn't it go on sale? The Object 252, it's just unbalanced for being a tier 8 premium. The armor's a little bit too good for a tier 8 premium heavy when you take into account its gun, even though it's a little bit inaccurate and the DPM's a little low. It's just basically when you flood, say, the matchmaking with them, more or less playing tier 6, tier 7, or most tier 8s that, you know, don't have a lot of penetrations, to say like any tier 8 light, tier 8 mediums, unless you're slinging gold shells. You're just, you're at a disadvantage to where premium tanks shouldn't do that. Like, I don't think it's as good as some make it out to be. Like, it's not overpowered, it's just like the same with the Object 257. It's just, it's bad for balance, essentially. Like, Object 252U's, like, if you're in a tier 9, tier 10 tank, you know, it's definitely worse than you. It's not on that level to where it's better than a tier 8 should be. It's just, for a premium tank, it shouldn't be balanced that way. But Wargaming, you know, they said they weren't going to sell it again, and, you know, I never really trust them when they say that, because, you know, they've done it time after time. I don't blame them though, it makes them a lot of money, but at the very least, I guess more people will be looking at my Object 252U weak spot guide in my video for it. But I'm not going to the 8 line, only because I see the amount of TDs, where if we have to turn back, we turn back, but right now I'm not too keen on pushing out there, especially if it's just 1 or 2 of us. The Chrysler K, personally, that tank, I feel like the only reason some people might have problems with it is the frontal armor is kind of balanced around people having to throw premium rounds at it if you're not in a tier 8 or higher tank. But I don't think that's, say, overpowered. But the problem with that is, like, say you're top tier in that, and you know, you're slinging APCR too, because that covers up some of the accuracy, or not accuracy, the penetration. You're basically on easy mode, more or less. Yes, I know Chieftain, Jeffrey. I talk with him quite a bit on the forums. Unfortunately, he's invited me a couple times when he's been in New York City to meet up with him, but yeah, I'd love to go, but usually it's been times of the year to where, like, we have weddings and stuff to where I can't, you know, take off on a weekend when it's like our busy season. But as far as the 252U and the Defender, if you're on the NA server, you know, it's going on sale this month. If you're on EU, like they said, they're not selling it. I think they'll end up selling it at some point, honestly. It might not be straight away like the NA server is going to be this month, but it will be for sale at some point. Don't hit my corner. Keeping an eye on his gun, but of course it's a 0 damage crit. I'd say I saw everyone coming behind him, so me tracking him like around the corner at me was not like the best idea. I'm just gonna let him dig his own grave there. Master, right now I have 2 others I'm gonna invite after this battle in the Platoon. I might be able to fit you in, we'll see. Like, I platoon till 9:30 tonight, but you know, I'm at least gonna get you know, about 4 battles in with them, so we'll see how much time I have left. I should have shot higher, but I was definitely mistaken that I saw the Object 257 behind me. I thought there was one other tank though. I was being a little bit greedy, basically, is what I'm trying to say, with getting more assist damage from tracking him than just getting pure damage. Oh god, I have a heat shell too. I didn't even know. I honestly didn't even notice that I have heat. At this point, I'm not even gonna I'm gonna reload here. I'm not gonna chase after him like that. Maybe that's why I got that weird 0 damage crit on the tortoise. I fired heat at him. See, I gold spam when I don't even know that I'm doing it. Because even though, you know, most heat shells people pick for the penetration, honestly, it's really important to know that you're throwing heat, because certain things you can't penetrate as well, like space armor, and I do change my shots up based off of if I'm shooting. Thanks for the fights, John. I wish we could get more in here, but Fridays are usually a little busy when it comes to platoon requests here. Sounds like a very expensive computer, Alpha Dog, but it's definitely going to be able to handle World of Tanks. I kind of wish I had that CPU for streaming here. The CPU currently, granted, you know, I could set up 2 PCs to stream, but that honestly I'd have to buy quite a bit of equipment to be able to pull that off and like be able to switch stuff in OBS and stuff like that. But the CPU is the only thing holding me back on this PC, but it's still a pretty darn good CPU. It's just, you know, streaming's definitely CPU intensive. But I'll send you guys an invite that are waiting. Here's a PZ7, add that in here. But got a mastery badge 2nd class. Most amount of damage on my team, but the Strive 103. But thanks for the fights, though, guys. But pretty decent fight here. I didn't even know I was firing heat, honestly. But let me have a Bobo. Fix it here. Try to fit you guys in shortly. Levi has a pick. Why don't I just stick... I'll stick with tier 9 here to make it somewhat easier here. Let me start a raffle as well before I forget. Bit easy. Fix it. Jeffrey, sorry, I forgot to answer your question there, but I can't. I do have a job, yes. If I didn't have a job, I wouldn't be able to afford a house, but I can't answer every single like question that you post to me or message me on Facebook and stuff. Again, like, I don't want to ban you from the stream, but basically, you know, I can't give everyone one-on-one attention. I'll try to send you an invite though, Master. It might just be for like a match or two, but I'll try to get you in for a little bit. But yeah, like, I don't mind, you know, people asking questions and stuff, but, you know, when I'm streaming, I can't like just take out time to like answer things. Like, if you send me a message like that, I'm not gonna sit here and like type out my life story and stuff. I don't mean to sound rude or anything, it's just, yeah. I do a little bit more than most streamers, to where, you know, I try to read every message. Sometimes I mess up and I forget to answer something, but I try to, you know, actually read the chat, take tank requests and stuff, to where I'm not a machine. But I'm a sous chef as far as, you know, my day job, to where that's where you know, I don't have a lot of time to stream, and I try to make the most of it when I am streaming, which is why, you know, I try to get as many battles in as possible without too much downtime. Let's say we had another light trying to push here, which I'm all for because they have not really pushed anybody yet. I'm really surprised though, because he's one of our tier 10s, but he's on my blacklist for a reason, I'm guessing. Because he literally just dove in there and he's going to kill himself. So now I know why that guy, the AMX 13105, is on my blacklist, but where he's at, if our team keeps pushing, he could very much do well, but I have no clue why you would want to push that far, that fast in a tier 10 light. But he might pull it off. Uh-oh. I don't think the Sheridan has the derp. I saw the T-49 now. He's still alive though. Holy God. I know I was being really mean to that guy, but I have no clue how he survived that. So, he's still going to be on my blacklist, but obviously he gets a kick out of rushing in. Rushing into very dangerous situations, but I have no idea how he survived all that. Ooh, Mr. Sheridan, I really wish my RU-251 here could actually shoot while I'm running away. That's what messes me up about this tank. Always forget it can't shoot over the back of the tank. I think I can hit him. I can't hit the T-44. I'm not about to push into there, so I guess I'm gonna head here's where I can't really pen him. I guess I'm gonna try to head to help out over here, but me against a Object 257 is definitely not a fair fight. Oh god, there's a rock there. I was looking ahead. He should be fine. I'm gonna keep an eye on the cap to where if I need to reset, I will definitely hop in there, but as of this moment, I don't need to throw my hat in the ring. Uh-oh, he actually stopped. That's not good for me. If it gets to about 30 seconds, then I will jump in there. I can get one shot on him before he reloads. Hit him a little bit too low there, of all things. So I was aiming at the right place, just a little bit too high. I got about 32 seconds left. Ah, Lord. Yeah. This is where I'm just gonna rush in and try to get a reset, but I didn't want to get hit by that object, and I did. I might have waited too long here. 3, 2, no, I didn't even get a chance to shoot. Luckily someone just got a reset. Come on, fix it. I play on PC. This was not a good match by any standards, but this is all gonna come crumbling down here. The enemy, yeah, they did the right thing. They piled a bunch of people on cap, but unfortunately, you know, there's something about the RU-251 that I'm not really clicking with. I get like a good match here or there, but I don't know. Probably I got some tier 10s coming up here next. I would say I need to get myself kind of in a groove. I haven't really gotten myself, like last stream I had like a really good string of matches, and that kind of set the pace for the stream. But tonight I'm not really doing well. Can't even blame it on teams like a lot of people would do. Like, I'm just, you know, stupidly making little mistakes. Ryan, I probably missed it. Did you use the tank request command? Nice to see another sous chefs in the stream here. That's probably why. Like, if you did do it, make sure you don't use like any capitals or anything. It works best just doing something like this. But that's why it didn't pop up. Which, congrats Arctic on... Oh wait, I did say it. There you go. Oh lord, I have so many more messages here. Again, I'm gonna try to fit everyone in on platooning. I'm sorry if I can't do it to everybody though. Or do it for everybody. You know, I'm only one person here. Sure, I can do one of them. I always forget to pop them off, but I will put some. All right, so E100. I'll read these messages maybe afterwards here. Jeffrey, honestly, I can't message you in game answering. But honestly, this is your last warning before. I don't want to, but yeah. I basically will just block you on everything. Alright, Levi. Levi is... Let's see if I can actually get him on the camera here. Levi is basically preventing me from moving my chair back here. Usually he's like underneath the microphone and stuff to me, but now he's like sitting me on my chair. Well, I've played World of Tanks since 2011. You know, I've run blockguru.com. Of course, you know, I have this YouTube page. I stream on Twitch too, where honestly, if I didn't do all that, I wouldn't have spent a lot of money on the game like I have. But I'm also very lucky. A lot of you guys are very generous and have, you know, helped along the way with, you know, buying premium tanks, gift shop packages, tipping, you know, stuff like that. To where, you know, if I had purchased everything outright myself, I probably wouldn't have this house. You know, it's not like house worth money, but you know, Ryan and I, so my fiance, we're young, you know, to where it's not like we're overflowing with money, so I definitely wouldn't have spent as much as I have if this wasn't, you know, it's not a job, but you know, it's a hobby to where, you know, it supports itself. I am definitely not rich though. If I was rich, I wouldn't have. Honestly, finally my coffee's kicking in a little bit. I'm a little tired because I spent today cleaning a house, but I wouldn't have spent my day crawling around on the floor doing finishing work on baseboards and trim. So yeah, that kind of took a little bit out of me. I'm gonna, oh no, yeah. I accidentally auto aim there. I did not want that. I think I can get away with one, nope, say one more shot here without taking damage, but he kind of screwed it there. I over-angled my turret and he shot me on the side. Wanted to get that badger, but I think given that we don't have that many people on the hill, I don't know why Oh, Lord. Honestly, I'm going to have to resort to HE, because I think if I move here to say move to the left to help push the other side, I don't think it's going to work out, to where they might just decide to push. To where we have a couple people covering that, basically the 8 line on the hill, but we have a little bit too many people, you know, in the 7 line plus the 1 line, like combined, to where they push now, we'll be fine, but once these guys on the hill realize that they have about a 3 tank advantage on us, it's gonna get ugly here. I probably should have popped over to heat here, but I have it for my next shot. Of course I missed the Badger there. That was just an HE shell, but yep, here they come. It's just, there's nothing wrong with, like, the T-57 got taken out there. There's nothing wrong with trying to take shots from, like, the 3 line to help the hill, but for encounter mode, you can't make up for actually not being up here. It's just, usually there's way too many enemies to where you get some shots. I can't pen him like this unless he moves his turret. There we go. You straighten out a little bit. But typically you can't make up for not being on a hill and trying to help, but right now the enemy team, luckily for us, is pushing this really slow, or else we would have honestly been screwed here. Missed that by a little bit. But the accuracy here is not working out in my favor, fortunately. But luckily our 1 line, we got 1 person on the cap, and hopefully we get a little bit, either 2 people on the cap, or they actually push a little bit further. I feel at this point, this E100 shouldn't be able to pop up around the corner. We still have little Bobo. I was gonna say John for a second, but I knew we switched here. Really not a I should have just shot him on the upper hole. This is where I knew I was gonna screw that up with a heat shell on the IS-7 side, but I did it anyway. That's where, when I get in these little ruts, I know I'm making a mistake, I keep doing them for some reason. There we go. But that's the difference between shooting heat at the IS-7 side and shooting AP. Had I had AP for that first shot, he'd be dead right now. Come on, Kravnoggin, you can do it. But luckily, we're inching ahead a little bit here. We're still not out of the woods yet. I'm kind of waning. The Kronwagen's reloading to where I don't necessarily want to pop around this corner unless I have him. But this Grill 15, anybody? It's like the 30B is not even close enough to help me here. Waning, 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 come on. Like, I'm getting close to where I can hit him, but I can hit the Badger here. So I'll just take that shot if he gives it to me. It's just, nope. I don't know why I even took that shot, because the Badger's roof is a lot thicker than you give it credit for, but at least we're not completely losing here, so I don't feel bad about making a couple errors. But oh god, I have a heat shell loaded. I hit him at least. Woo! Alright, now time to focus back on the hill. If the Badger hits me, so be it. I don't really care. But the Super Conqueror is pushing. I'm pushing. Sorry, Mr. Super Conqueror. Alright. I just need to go for it now. I don't know how we won this, outside of they definitely didn't take advantage of the fact that they had us on the hill. Might be able to get one more shot, but they might kill him. Yep. Alright. I don't have all the tanks now. I have, what is it, like 368? There's a tank request in my video description below. To where it has a list of them all. It's over on WoTguru.com. If you just want to pop right over there, you just click the live stream section and you'll see a page for it. It's like, a lot of people hate New Jersey. I don't hate New Jersey. Like, it is expensive to live here, but, you know. I don't see any problems with New Jersey where I live in New Jersey. I live in South New Jersey, so not developed, and it's basically like living... I forget where someone equated it to. There's like one of those stupid, like... it's not like BuzzFeed, but something else about like the states, and someone equated to South Jersey to something, and it was pretty spot on. So, thank you, Mr. AMX30D, for helping me out there. So, all things considered, I made a ton of mistakes, but the enemy, they never capitalized on anything there, where I still ended up with over 5,500 damage. I got an Ace Tanker award, Steel Wall, Confederate. I'm honestly shocked I got that, to be honest, and it turned out to be a good match. Half the time I was like cursing in my head, more or less, about like, why am I making like the IS-7 when I shot him with heat in his tracks. I don't know why I did that, because it has spaced armor above and below where I was aiming at, but hey, I guess it worked. Yeah. Which I haven't forgotten, Floyd, about your ultimate challenge either. I will get to that. I know you said after platooning, but let me add it up here. Oops. Make sure I definitely don't forget. Okay. Let me hop into... I'll send you an invite then, Master. And I'll send you an invite, Crack. I'll play one more, and which I think I don't think I've platooned with you, have I, before? I just want to make sure. Okay, you do have to have up to tier 10. So I'll send you an invite after this one, Crack. And then I probably have time for maybe like 2 more battles. But hopefully your muscle cramp gets better, Lobobo. I had that, probably different, but if you guys remember, like past couple weeks my throat has really hurt. I thought I was getting sick, but I thought it's like a little cut that was in my throat. One of those streams, I think it was the one on the test server when the HC maps first came out, when we did that one late at night. I was talking and like I pulled something and like hurt it again, to where I felt it. I'm like, oh, oh, it hurt so much talking, but I lived through it. But as far as John, how much money do I get from streaming? Like, I don't mind answering that. It's just technically through like Google AdSense and stuff, I'm not allowed to do specifics. It's a gray area to where they don't really enforce it, but you know, personally, I'll just say I don't make enough to make it a, you know, I can't support myself. It's not a job, nor would I actually want that. So it's basically, you know, it's a fun hobby, more or less. But I would definitely say I would make more money as far as like hourly if I was I'd make more money if I was a dishwasher at my restaurant. But we pay our dishwashers very well, honestly. Thank you, Ivan, for the subscription too. And Killer Donuts. I missed those a couple minutes ago. Honestly, I'm surprised. Like, this was closer back to like high school and stuff. There were a couple of my friends needed jobs when they were just starting out college, you know, just like summer jobs. And like, we paid our dishwashers back then. It was like $11 an hour, and they're like, I'm not washing dishes. I'm like, you're making less like working at Walmart. Like, it's not that hard. But thanks for, you know, like, I don't personally mind people asking how much I make streaming, but I'm not going to like give you a, you know, Excel sheet or something. It's just, yeah. It's kind of, I guess, inappropriate asking someone that, so. But I have, since I've been struggling a little bit tonight, I have kind of missed a bit of the chat. I'm doing my best to make sure I don't miss anything important. But money-wise, you know, it's something, I know most of you guys are from the US that watch me, but for anyone outside the US, typically it's kind of like taboo to ask people specifically like what they make and like stuff as far as like their finances, so I'll leave it at that. But in New Jersey there is sale taxes, yes. Basically, New Jersey gets a really bad rap because it has the highest sale tax in the US, or not sale tax, property taxes in the US. And like, there is a sale tax, there's a gas tax, just, you know, strictly there's a New Jersey gas tax above like a federal gas tax, to where, you know, it does even out to where for the most part you make more money in states like that, but it has its ups and downs. But I personally like where I live at, because outside of, honestly, I don't like the weather in the summer just because it's hot and humid literally every day. Like, the humidity never drops below like 90%. But I like South Jersey since, you know, you're really close to everything, like Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, Washington DC, to where you can get there within you know, not a few hours, but like 4 hours max to any of those places. And you know, South Jersey is basically outside of like the shore towns, to which, you know, they're kind of not built up in the sense of people thinking like skyscrapers and stuff, but oh lord, I'm just afraid this already is gonna hit me if I don't get into cover. But it's not like there's tons of like forests and stuff, but the rest of South Jersey is basically just like farmland. I'm just getting screwed over by heat. It's just, if I turn, I'm just gonna die, which is my problem, because I'm still getting spotted from over here. It really stinks, because I want to help, but we're not spotting that hill appropriately, so I don't know if anyone's actually still out there. But basically now I can get HE'd by this Type 5 in technically one shot, but I would say two. But unfortunately, you know, we didn't really have many scouts to begin with. There we go. Holy hell. Oh my god, I don't know how I ammo racked him, but I'm really glad I took that shot. And now I'm dead. And honestly, I guess I deserve that. Well, that's probably, I don't know. That's a really good way to sum up World of Tanks in a nutshell. I don't think that JPZ was honestly aiming at me either, because I think I was outside of the, basically the render range. I think he actually missed, or he might have been aiming at me, who knows, and it just hit me. That was kind of funny there. Okay. I'm honestly gonna save that because that's pretty hilarious. All right. That guy probably is pretty angry. All right. Trying to, which thank you, Paulwell for the subscription, and thank you very much, Labobo, for the tip. Thanks for popping out since you're having trouble with cramps. Say, I honestly, this mouse I have, it looks old as hell. So it's a Logitech G 502, but my old mouse that is over on that computer, it lasted all of maybe like a week when I first built my computer, because that honestly hurt my hand. It was too small. To where I finally found this to where it basically fits, you know, right into my hand without me having to really hold it weird or anything. What tank challenge that you can be assured of a win? There is the stir a meal, but I'd have won one in that. Honestly, if you really want to spite me, I usually lose the ones with light tanks or TDs with no armor and or especially no armor and no turrets, if you combine those two traits together. But as far as gas tax, someone asking what is it? Basically, there is one, just the US has one in general, but specifically New Jersey's, like, I voted for it. I don't talk politics, but I'll say I did because it's not controversial in my opinion. So the gas tax in New Jersey, basically it raises money for, you know, fixing roads, bridges, stuff like that. Any proceeds go to basically infrastructure. There we go. I think if I missed anyone's question in chat, please let me know. I was having a little bit of trouble keeping up with things because I was pulling a lot of shots and everything. But I think I'm better now. I'm gonna send an invite if you're still watching. Crack, I'll send you an invite after this one here, and I'll play. Let's see, the STB one. I'll probably do the PZ7 for platooning. And then after that, I'm going to pop into going solo, and I'm going to start it with the ultimate challenge I have coming, which is I have to do 2.5 times the HP total of a tank, damage the system block. Oops. I think I just jinxed that guy. Definitely jinxed him. I swapped over to him and he died. Do the roads look like they're worked on? Yes. Outside of, I don't know how it works, like, not to get too off topic of, you know, World of Tanks, but I don't know how it works in other places, but basically we have state roads here, and then county roads, and then even below that, so like township roads. So the state roads are always awesome. County roads are good too, and then it's the like township, like your local government, say like town, city roads that are the somewhat iffy ones. Ryan, Honestly, I don't think she's gonna play outside of just like special like holidays, events, stuff like that. She's just like, right now she's out, but you know, she's a school teacher where she's, you know, really busy to where like yesterday done work and she basically spent like 2 hours grading tests, so she has even less time than me a lot of times to be able to do anything. Where like it's basically, what is it? It's the 16th. Basically the start of March. You know, I will be switching over to a new streaming schedule, probably like after the first week in March. Where like even I'm gonna have to cut back my stream to how it was for most of last year, to where it's like 3, maybe 4 days still, but the streams most likely are gonna be like 2 hours, 2.5 hours long instead of 3. You know, just very, very busy. Unfortunately, we lost there. Here's my 1 damage. I hit 1 shot and it got me top 3 damage somehow. I was so shocked at that, to be honest. Uh-oh, Master disconnected. Thank you though, Fix It, for the matches here. Okay. Alright, I'll still, yeah, even though you don't have an IS-7, I'll still pop into a tank here with you though. Right. I'll just hop into a grind here. Let me try, I'll try to improve on my Borsig match here. It's all good though. Unfortunately, no TV in here. That would be a good idea though. I do my best to stay away from copyrighted stuff though. YouTube would not really enjoy that once I hit the end stream, almost immediately. So Twitch, they basically just, they either take down like your recording or mute spots where like you play music. YouTube, so there's a couple different things where they can demonetize you, to where the person that owns the copyright basically gets the revenue. But for something like that, with how crazy NBC is, basically you get a copyright strike and 3 strikes and they ban your entire account, and you can never actually get another account with Google or Google AdSense, because it's tied to, you know, like your social security number here if you're a YouTube partner. Hello, Britter, nice to see you. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing pretty good. Unfortunately, I got another small map in this thing. But honestly, Ryan was like screaming at the TV with the Olympics because she was trying to watch like men's figure skating. It was like a recording of the other night, and they showed one like performance, and the rest of it was like what is it, like skeleton and like the, I don't know, something with snowboarding and skiing. But it was frustrating. But NBC, honestly, I think their broadcast of it is pretty terrible. Like, I try to watch a little bit with her, but usually it gets a little bit frustrating. I honestly have never camped back here with the TD, I feel like, in all my matches. I know I can get shots here, but me actually playing a TD like this is new. Sounds strange given how many battles I've played, but I'm honestly telling the truth. I will say though, like, I saw some people talking about it, and They are better, but you only can find them like through their app or on the internet. Tried to get a shot there, but you ran in front of me, T44. So their streams of the Olympics, like the specific events, are much better, honestly, than their broadcast. You know, there's less commercials. The people talking actually know what they're talking about. But their TV coverage is honestly some of the worst I've ever seen. Like, I'm not really big into sports, but I can at least like enjoy watching really any kind of sport, like here or there. But honestly, yeah, we're just like fast forwarding over everything. All right. Feel like I'm gonna deeply regret this, but go for it anyway. If I play it right. I almost shot the PZ-58, but I was trying to somehow get a shot on that IS-3 before he pulled back, and it didn't work. It's just, you know, me sitting back there. I hate when TDs do that, and you're getting pushed on, and you need, like, an extra body. Or even if I start taking damage here, it's better than sitting back, not getting any shots at all. Until that T30 hit me, which that, like, oh my god, he hit me with HE. Kudos to that guy. I was about to say, I saw him aiming and I'm like, I can hit him back, but then I saw the 900 damage and I'm like, nope, that's done for. Oh well. But yeah, luckily that one guy's not there to TK me. Thank you for the subscription, Carp. But hopefully Master can pull this one out here. But I'm gonna start soloing here because it's you know, the halfway point of the stream. I definitely have not really, outside of that 100 match, and even that I thought I didn't do too well in. Just from the mistakes I made. But yeah, he did the right thing by loading HE up. I don't know if it was for me or not, but he got me with it. As far as like ads and stuff in the stream, technically I could run them. I don't though, because you know, I feel like from, you know, like me accepting tips and you know, people sponsor as well, that honestly the amount of money you make on ads isn't that high to where like I wouldn't even be able to do the rough math in my head for, since there's, what is it, there's like 60 people watching right now. I don't think it would be worth it, and it would just be annoying, honestly, because you know, then you see people like take breaks where they're like eating something or they pop out of the room real quick and run an ad. I don't, you know, I don't do that to where granted I don't stream too long, but if I'm streaming I'm not gonna like take a break. I'm used to like sweating behind you know, a hot line in the kitchen for 9-10 hours a day without taking a break. So I free XP'd 30k on Disturb meal. I gave up on it. That was right before the stream here. So far my first 2 battles have been pretty terrible in it, but one was Himmelsdorf in a tier 10 match. Awesome, Artie. That was a really wonderful shot there. One was Himmelsdorf against tier 10s and the other one is Enskir. At least that T49 missed you. Hello, William. Nice to see you. I say Brian has a personal chef at home, so we don't really eat out too much. Like occasionally, like we'll go out, like if it's like family or friends are going out, but Why go out when you have me? But yeah, I did pretty terrible. I got one shot, but at least we got a win. Alright, but thanks for the battles, guys, and everyone else that Platoon tonight. I definitely had quite a few downs, but we made it through it. Hello, Phil. Nice to see you. Which let me I'm gonna get right into. I have an ultimate challenge here from Floyd. Get into that. Let's see what tank it's gonna pick for me here. Okay, let's get this really quick. So for anyone that doesn't know what's going on, whatever type of tank this picks, I gotta pick one, do 2.5 times the HP total. So I have a tier 7 tank here. I have to do that in damage, assist, and block, all wrapped into one. My tank request list is a little bit cut off there. That was annoying me. Alright, so I have a tier 7 I gotta pick here. But I'm gonna be soloing for the rest of the night. Sorry if anybody else did want to pop in. Let's see, what do I want to pick here? Honestly, whatever I pick, I'm probably gonna be bottom tier, knowing my luck. The star meal is really standing out to me right now, but I'm not gonna pick that one. Why don't I hop into... I'll play something fun. Which one do I want here? I'll play the one with the little autoloader. I'll do the T71DA here. Yeah, the wheel's mostly working here. So I think it was 840. I've got to do 2,100 damage, assist, and block here. And it's probably going to be... Thank God it's not a city map, but I am bottom tier here. Sorry, Yurka. I only platooned for the first half of my streams on Thursday and Friday. I had what, like 6-7 people I fit in today. Unfortunately, you know, I'd like to solo here and plow through some battles and also start mixing in some grinds too. I'm not sure off the top of my head, Arctic. Honestly, the Thera Meal though, it's literally the worst tank I've ever played, I will say that. I didn't really believe everyone before then, because like I played it on the test server a couple times when it first came out. You don't really get a good judge of tanks like playing it like say 3 or 4 times there. Like you can get the, you know, kind of the sense of how it plays, but not everything. Where yeah, I will literally say it's the worst tank I've ever played. This one's gonna be a doozy for me, especially because I just got somehow outspotted by a T20. You know, I don't have 6th Sense on this, which, you know, I knew going in here, but I don't know how I got outspotted by a T20 unless he was sitting in the bushes there, which, you know, he probably was. Honestly though, given that I'm bottom tier, I'm mainly waiting to see where my team sets up and where I can kind of sneak in and help. I didn't push where this Alpine Tiger did because I could pretty much just be swatted away like a little fly. Come on, little gun. I really like this tank. Even against higher tiers, it's just be a little bit hard to actually hit things at range. I don't mind shooting a Leo given it's got no armor. I could steal the crew from it, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it in my garage. You know, I don't mind playing it here or there. It's just I'm definitely you know, I wasn't gonna finish the grind on it because I was starting to dislike playing it. Like, I went into it, you know, with high spirits, I guess, but it quickly grew out of favor with me to where I wasn't wanting to play it anymore. Oh god, our Alpine Tiger is about to get boned here. Okay. This definitely turned out to be not good for our team, to say the very least. My problem is I can't spot and get assist damage because our team is just we're losing too many tanks and too fast, so the people behind kind of taking shots, they're just not taking, you know, basically shots for us. But congrats, Floyd, for winning the challenge here. I wasn't even close. I got, what is it, basically 1400. I had to get to 2100 between damage, assist, and block. But our team just I could have honestly ran away and basically like sniped, but we didn't have enough people basically able to stop their one push against our one tank there. It happens though. Alright, so I have another deluxe challenge here. I'll do that after I'll play one battle here, then I'll get to the deluxe challenge from you, Dana, and Emil 1. Let's say you are up there, but yeah, you don't have a win yet, as far as since I've been keeping track of them. But let me get into the STB one, which for the sake of it, why don't I guess ranked battles is on here, which, hello, yellow. Sorry, I'm not platooning right now. They play similar. Borsig and Scorpion G, yes. I know Klaus, yes. I watched some of his videos. Like, he pops into the stream from time to time. I'll say, like, some of his videos, like, I try to catch as many videos as I can from other people as possible. I tend, you know, his humor, sometimes I like it. Sometimes it is over top, but that's definitely Klaus. And I will say his videos, he puts a lot of effort into it to where my keyboard here. You know, I enjoy watching his videos. Some of them know, like, you know, I know he's joking, but sometimes his humor I feel like goes a little too far. But I do get laughs out of some of his stuff. Like, I would say as far as like streamers, like NA streamers, I like Klaus, and he pops in from time to time too. Lemming Rush, they're basically the two that I catch their videos the most of. There are others, but it's hard sometimes for me to like get a lot of I was gonna say views, but basically watch a lot of people's videos, because usually, like, if I'm on YouTube, I'm like trying to respond to comments on my videos, making sure, you know, the videos aren't like demonetized or something, and a little bit different. Very nice if this queue would go a little faster. Honestly, that last challenge though, I probably would have got it, but I was being a little bit stubborn and trying to get more damage off. But it would have worked better. You know, the Alpine Tiger, he pushed a little too far, but it was kind of our fault to where there was 3 other people around me in the center. We weren't taking shots at that Lorraine, to where, like, I got 2 or 3 at him at the end before I died. the people behind me basically automatically gave up when the Alpine Tiger got killed, and they fell back, and you don't have shots because everyone's pushing low on that one line. So I'd say Tallgrim, yeah. I'd say I catch some. He makes the Road to Unicum videos. They usually have some pretty good commentary on them. Rank battles, as far as them being popular, I feel like a lot of people don't actually play them, like out of like the total population, say on the NA server at least. But basically, if you like tier 10 battles and you don't mind getting hit by like 100% premium rounds, you'll like rank battles. I don't think they're all that tactical as Wargaming might want them to be. But yeah. Like honestly, most people, like I'm kind of surprised, but this is granted, it's my first battle in ranked for this season. Like I don't really care too much about them. I don't care about bonds, to be honest, either. Like I know there's improved equipment and stuff, but I don't plan on buying it. Like I'm holding out hope for one day that they'll sell some like unique premium tanks for them, because they're floating that idea around. But once you start getting up to like watching some other people like stream it and post videos of it, once you start ranking up, say like 3 or 4 levels, you'll notice people mainly play the same tanks, basically not overpowered tier 10s, but you're seeing like Russian mediums and more like clan war-esque tanks. Like right now everyone's pushing the hill, because typically in ranked, you know, it gets more important as you get up in the tiers. Keeping in a big ball and basically sticking with your team is definitely the best strategy to win. Kind of how competitive play works, where, you know, if you're kind of called out alone, you usually die pretty fast and you don't accomplish anything. Like I didn't push to the hill because I never had luck on the hill, but this IS-7, if he pushes in this flanking spot, I'll end up pushing into him. Yeah, we see him. Could you please stop pinging? Like, honestly, a little bit annoying. This object 140, I feel like should fall back, but to me, you know, the ranked mode is basically just, you know, tier 10 only public battles with more gold to wear. That's why I'm not too... Okay, that guy didn't push at all, or pull back at all, until, of course, when I stopped aiming at him. But right now, there's an AMX 13105 coming across the center. I might have wanted to go around the other side, but I'll see about that. Still technically up here. And get hit by the T100. Oh, whoa, you just lost so much HP doing that. Come on, you know you want to take a shot at us, but no. Alright. There. There's no tank there. Fortunately, they're getting beat back on the hill. Got him. Oh god. Completely forgot about that. No, I'm not gonna want to push in front of a JPZ 100 if I can help it. See how this works out. Of holding out hope that we could get their artillery. Right, right now it's kind of like the Wild West. Our team is just like literally all over the place. So where, yeah, we're not going to be able to push like I thought we were going to. Fortunately, this tank, you don't see too many STB ones around compared to some other mediums because it is fairly inaccurate for a tier 10 medium. It's got pretty good DPM, but unfortunately hitting your shots is another thing. Thank you very much though for the tip, Dana. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I screwed up to where I can't get down. I can't get down there. Yeah, here comes an E3. I basically have to, I gotta bail here. There's just too many heavier tanks and stuff with armor I can't deal with. I'm hoping though that somebody can help me down here. Here comes 2 tanks and they should be able to help me. Good. No, I'm gonna say they can hit me through there. But yeah, I'm gonna be completely screwed here. Here while I still can. Guess I can't move too far, given there's that E3 and company. Hope he bounces off my back, but I doubt that's actually gonna happen. But oh well. I'm just heat spamming through him, but you know I know I'm gonna die here. Unfortunately, like I was trying to push with the 907, but you know our team just spread out a little bit too much at the end. But thank you very much again, though, Dana, for the tip. Yoda speak. Alright, let me fix that, though, while this match ends. But I'll get into the deluxe challenge after this. Which hello, Andrew, nice to see you. But this match, not too great. I'm just gonna wait for the end of it since it's not gonna last too long. Thank you, Rick P, for the follow over on Twitch. Thank you very much, Victor. Tell your sister-in-law thank you. Thank you very much, for the gift shop package and the gold, though. And, trying to catch up here for a second before I hop in to the challenge. Thank you very much, Phil. I would say that as far as I remember, the Borsig, to where, you know, I knew a lot of people wanted it. I actually put it up for a vote to where I put up a couple lines and that's what was picked, to where, you know, personally, like I haven't really wanted to go down like the Grill 15 line, because, you know, as far as lightly armored tanks and TDs like that, it's not exactly tanks I've done well in, but more or less back when I know a lot of people were asking like for the Borsig and stuff and the Girl 15 and the tanks in that line. It wasn't that I didn't want to go down it, it's just I was kind of stuck and just like clobbered with the tier 10 light grinds and stuff. It's where I am glad I don't want to do ranked anymore. I am glad I can finally get some of the lines that I haven't had to play for people. But once I finish, so I have an Emil 1 up here. Oh, I'm getting confused. There we go. I gotta do 2,800 damage assistant block here. Which, hello, Leonard. Nice to see you. And Jabbo. Basically, I'm trying to get, you know, the lines to where I have like 5 grinds I'm doing right now, to where I'll probably put up for my next line once I finish 1 or 2 of these. I'll put it up for another vote. I know some people really want like Russian tank destroyers, you know. Basically, I keep every tank now to try to give, you know, as many people as possible, you know, a chance to request a tank that they're like grinding or might want to see me play in and stuff. But I do take that into a factor when I kind of pick a grind. I don't know what you mean by that, Grigsby. It's just, you know, just because like a tank, I'm kind of confused. Fortunately, our whole team is going south, which I'm usually fine with, but we need a couple people in the center. Hello, Camille. Usually it is supposed to be the other way, as far as the new matchmaking. It's supposed to kind of normalize encounter and assault, but not like an even split between the 3. And abiding my time to make sure these guys are actually coming up here. I guess got hit twice because literally we had nobody up there. I should have known. Should have known. Now, I don't even know why I did that. Honestly, I'm having a really crappy stream, and this is coming off of yesterday's stream was pretty awesome for most of my matches. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna blame it on caulking today. Caulking and painter's tape and yeah. I don't even know what I want to do now because I'm basically out of HP and these guys are, I probably should have gotten hit there. It's just these guys are, yeah, we have no cover to work off of here because our team never pushed up there. I wouldn't have been able to given this thing's not very mobile. But I honestly just want to run all the way back there and hide. But I'm gonna try to get into the town, I guess, and make it work. Like, I don't like playing like the northern flank on this map. I don't feel like it works out a lot of time, and typically you just get left out to dry by your team. But you gotta at least contest it. And our team, we put people up there, but it was a little too late to where we didn't really grab any locations that we needed to. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk and pop out a little bit too far here, but I think I can get shots on him to help out this T-69. He definitely needs help with being in that tank, but I don't think I'm going to be able to save him. Nope. 15 HP. I tried to get you, but oh well. Hello, BG. Honestly, it's not even, I don't really blame my teams all that much. You know, I know a lot of people do, but, you know, most of the times where, like, I'm doing poorly or like we have a pretty bad loss. I've been making some pretty bad mistakes today. Like right now, I'm gonna take another risk where now that I'm loaded, the AMX M449's here now. Because I was gonna pop out there and get a hit on him, but I'm just gonna go back to here. We do have people pushing into our flag area. I should have stayed over here, honestly. Where are they going? 2 T-30s. Oh lord. What am I getting myself into here? Oh crap. That's the last place I wanted them to go to, is up high there. Given my HP, I've definitely got to run and hide. Fortunately, I feel like either Artie's going to hit me or one of these mediums are going to come to spite me. Definitely time to tuck tail though. But my team still has a pretty good chance at winning this. There is a T-28 that's probably coming up behind me. I would guess through the center. Is this T-30 still going to be over there or not? I'm going to take a chance. I only have 3 shells, unfortunately. At least we're up by 2. Oh crap. Oop, he's over here. Guess I wanted to get that Alpine Tiger out. There's a T-28 following me. He actually turned. No! Yeah, I'm a goner. Yeah. Well, congrats on winning the challenge here. I was closer than I thought I'd get to. I had to get to 2,800 and I got to 2,300 there. Congrats on winning that one. Though, Dana, you're finally gonna get yourself a challenge token up on the board. For anyone that doesn't know, a challenge, so basically the large names up there are stream supporters, sponsors, stuff like that. And then the little white tokens around their names are people that win challenges during the stream. Alright, but hopefully my team wins this one. I screwed up in the beginning, but I was trying my best to kind of claw my way back. So let me start another raffle here too. Couple boosters going again. So I'm gonna hop into the PZ7. I might as well do another rank battle here since, you know, it's tier 10 anyway. I am going to be mixing in after this though, basically in between my requests. I'm going to be mixing in some grinds because honestly the past week plus I've barely even made any headway on any of my grinds, to where that's half the reason I skipped the stir meal. Like, I was going to be on it for like the next 3 months at the rate I was going. But like, I think getting back to what you asked, Grigsby, as far as a correlation between dispersion and damage per minute, you know, I kind of get that, you know, if a tank has a crap ton of DPM, kind of like the STB1, which is why you're probably bringing it up, and the accuracy is kind of a letdown. It definitely does hurt that tank. The STB1, honestly, they power creeped it a lot to where they actually nerfed it from the test server to the live server because it was a little bit too good. But then over the past year and a half, they basically buffed quite a few tier 10 mediums, like specifically the M48 A5, to what the STB1 was, as far as like the DPM, accuracy, and hold down capabilities. That guy should have at least taken a shot, but I was daydreaming there. Yeah, the ISM is definitely the worst out of the new Russian heavies. Like if you're playing it stock, it's one of the worst stock tier 8 tanks by a fair margin. But the ISM basically, because I have a few matches in it and looking at its stats and its armor. So if you're top tier, you can play it, you know, like it's meant to be, like heavy tank, side scrape, brawl, stuff like that. Punch people hard with its gun. If you're against any 9s or 10s, basically you can still like side scrape and stuff, but only do it to take a shot if you know you can like kind of slip in and slip out without getting too much attention thrown your way, because its armor, it's still fairly strong, but it's not going to hold up against taking fire from higher tiers, even if you're side scraping properly, because basically the way that rounded edge is between the front and the side, it's not like a sharp edge to where it's a pretty huge and glaring weak spot that people can just literally tear you apart, throw it. I was actually kind of lucky there. Oh, mouse, why'd you do that? I don't mind jumping in your spot here. You are getting hit by the were getting hit by the E4 though. But oh, our mouse actually, it looks like he got hit by the allies behind us. Not entirely safe here. Like Artie can splash me, but more or less this E4 is getting rather annoying with the HE. But I can technically get hit from the left if they shoot out a couple key buildings. Like you'll see me do it from time to time, to where I'll shoot out some buildings. But luckily they haven't done that yet. Not complaining about that either. It's AMX 13105. I'm not sure exactly where he's at. I'm gonna guess he's actually here, but we're only up by 1, but honestly, I'm kind of liking the enemy's positioning a little bit better than ours right now, honestly. Kind of hoping to get a couple hundred more damage there with that HE shell, but I hit a little bit too low on the IS-7. I hope someone else can hit him with HE. Happened though. Crap. You have to get a little bit above him. Keeping an eye out here. Ah, crap. I forgot about the Badger. I actually can't pen him anymore. He found himself a nice little spot there. Gonna have to do something about this mouse, but kind of deciding. This Badger's definitely reloaded and aiming at me. They're already moved. That's not good. Yep, I see you there, 140. Ugh, I'm actually... Thank God. I say I'm actually gonna die because he can hit me in my engine deck here. I'm not in the best of spots by any means, but I know that me trying to get down at this point will get me killed. Just based off of where the TDs are at, their RDs at. I don't know where I should head. Honestly, I think I might be able to squeak by. I don't think I'm spotted right now, but I can get myself potentially a little bit further back here. Of course, I bounced. They can spot me. I'm outside the max V range. I really want to help with these guys. It's just I know I'm gonna die once I get spotted there. I don't know why we piled more people in when we didn't have the K and J line. Backing up. That's the best move you can do. This not working out too hot for us here. Now this T100. Maybe he's not going to kill me right away. Just we pushed people in when we didn't have that south west area. And that pretty much sealed our fate to where, you know, we're trying to basically push in to where most of their tanks were and their RD's aiming at and their TDs are aiming at, instead of letting them round that corner and basically fall into, yeah, I thought he was gonna come, but I was basically banking on those guys showing up first. Oh well. Which but congrats Victor on winning the raffle. Yeah. I tried my best though in this match. We didn't play it terribly wrong, but basically we never leveraged our tanks back here, which honestly, you know, we had a couple more than they did, but rounding this corner, we're basically getting hit from a few different ways. These guys weren't exactly hitting these guys down low, but we would have been better off just pulling back kind of where I got to. Oh well. Well, yeah, I don't know what the patent's doing, to be honest, but it's just basically when it came down to it, we had what, like 2 IS-7s and I forget who else, an IS-4 maybe, jump in, where especially with their tanks with not a crap ton of armor, they honestly would have been better off pushing up this line, because there's only one medium here, and if they had basically opened up and taken these TDs out, we would have been better. But anyway, it was a decent match for me. I'm kind of waiting to see how this ends. I thought it would end quicker, but I guess technically they could still win, but the E4 is honestly shooting HE. I don't know if he ran out of standard shells. But the M48 is actually... is he not even shooting? I guess he took one shot, but... maybe he is shooting here. Yeah, I have no words what the M48 was doing there. But up after this, I'm going to pop into a quick little grind, then get into the E5. Yeah, now it's starting to end here fast. But, alright. I honestly forget. So, what I wanted to bring up today, so my next stream Sunday, we'll be voting on Tuesday night's game, but if anyone has anything that they think might be fitting like a little catchphrase. So say like 2 words, 3 at max. So I have some tank helmets I've mentioned a few times where I think I want to like paint on one. Basically a little, say like, I think I mentioned like Artie Magnet or something. But if you have anything that you think might be fitting or like funny or something, mention it on Discord. I'll probably pick the best ones. Like put it into, I don't know, like live stream suggestions or members chat or live stream chat or something. And I'll pick the best ones and put it up for a vote. So, hey, at least I got, I gained a chevron given that I was basically top of my team. So, woohoo! That's what I was looking for there. Yes, John. I see that now. I'll get to that shortly. Okay. Yay, I got some free stuff. But okay, let me pop back in a random battle. Alright. I'm gonna do a grind. So I'm not gonna do any more ranked battles after this because they're taking a little bit longer than I'd like. Not that I have to watch the ending, but I kind of like to watch the ending. Hello, free zone. So up after this, let me do the T110E5, then I'll pop into the Michael Blade Plays Tanks in the E100 that John purchased. And why don't I'll just finish all the tank requests, but I'm not going to take any more tank requests tonight because I'm probably only going to get like 1 or 2 grind battles at the end of the stream. But I do plan on probably starting next stream. Like I didn't do it tonight because I knew with platooning I wouldn't get like a ton of battles in. But I'm probably going to go back for at least like, say, a couple weeks to where instead of just solely doing like tank requests, I'm going to basically do like 1 tank request to 1 grind match, or, you know, 1 tank request or 2 tank requests to 1 grind match, and kind of switch back and forth more. Because right now, having technically 5 lines that I'm grinding, I'm not really making any headway into any of them, to where, you know, I'm going to be stuck on these tanks basically forever at this point. I really wish the TVP had a more accurate gun. I'm kind of surprised I ended up spotting the T92. I can't even pen this M48 given I only can hit his turret, but yeah, I can now. I'm gonna shoot him because he's the tier 10. I'd load a HE though because I thought he was honestly gonna stay there. Without any arty, I really like using this little spot. I still might be able to get hit by like a TD that's camping further back, but it's a really nifty spot to be able to spot from this bush, as long as people aren't saying like C2, C3-ish. Got him. No, that's all good. You know, I have plenty of time to do like requests and stuff for tonight. I'm just talking about like my next stream. Just, you know, a slight little tweak, but usually I don't really do a good job with holding myself to it, and I kind of veer off course. We're not making really any headway on the Sheridan. Our team is... we're getting sucked into basically... you see a lot of tanks in one area on Siegfried line, and then your team pushes to basically try to counter them. But a lot of times you're better off flanking them. So with a lot of their tanks here, put a couple tanks there and try to get around them, but better off take the field and push around them. Used a couple APCR there, given The standard pen on this isn't very good for shooting like odd angles like that. But they're starting to push the field, so I'll gladly join them. Especially without any SPGs, pushing the field's a little bit safer than it might appear. I like pushing it from this side though, because it's harder for the enemies to kind of stay hidden back here. Really bad for this Foch, but Foch 155 is, I would not consider it a long-range tank. Can't take a shot. Can't actually pen him with standard either. I definitely can't pen the lower side hole on that tank. Got him. Ah, Lord, I messed that. That up. I'm gonna wait for the Foch 155 to reload. They also don't have shots on this Borsig, which is a little scary. Alright, Mr. Tank, I'll come with you. Teamwork. PvP, I'm having to like keeping like a really close eye on the mini-map, because one little mistake in this thing and you're just done. You don't have any armor, your gun's not that reliable. It's just got a lot of downsides to where that actually... He probably has a repair kit. Of course he has a repair kit. No. Luckily he had HE. Let me go. I'm just a poor TVP. Hey, I've never been up here before. I honestly don't want to be up here, but... Leave me be. Oh god. Both fighting to get around him. I actually got shot by him. I didn't mean to get shot by him, but ah, well, that was pretty fun. A decent battle too for being a tier 8 and a tier 10 match in one of the worst tier 8 mediums. 3 kills and almost 1800 damage there. Hello Mojo, nice to see you. Honestly, the TVP, it would be so much better if they gave it a little bit better accuracy and a little bit more DPM. Because right now you don't have anything that's better than with either gun, basically on the tank. Like, I used a higher caliber one, but you don't have anything better than any other tier 8 medium. So, but we have a Mastery Badge First Class and also Oskin's Medal. Pretty good match there from TVP standards. And yeah, I guess tier 8 mediums in general against tier 10s. But luckily that worked out for me there. But basically, you know what I mean by it's not as good as, say, other tier 8 mediums. Like, I'm not thinking anyone's going to argue that the TVP is a good tier 8, because it isn't. It just, there's nothing wrong with a tank being like a generalist tank to where it's good at a little bit of everything, but like the TVP's gun isn't really better than any other tier 8 mediums, nor is it towards the top end to where the other stats it has. So mobility, it's actually low. Armor, doesn't have armor. Gun depression, even using the small gun and like the stock turret to gain more gun depression, doesn't really have great gun depression. Yeah, it doesn't really have anything for it. Well, at least we got a Mastery Badge First Class there, so the next raffle is going to be a little bit higher. Which, thank you, Joe Cog, for the follow on Twitch. Sorry I missed that a little bit ago. That's the most you're ever going to see from me mountain goating. So next up, I'm going to do... so it's called Michael Bay Plays Tanks. It's going to be HE only in the E100, and we'll see how well that goes. Maybe I should do HE only E100 in a ranked battle. Let's see. I'm gonna get myself into some trouble here. I'm gonna put it up for you guys to vote on it, and there we go. Type exclamation point vote. Press space. 1 is yes, 2 is no. If you would like me to play the E100 with HE only and ranked. I think it's popping up on the screen. Yeah. No arty, so playing out here I should be kind of okay. I had heat, that would have been a little bit better. I don't carry too many heat compared to a lot of people. Like some people fire like pretty much only heat out of... Thank you, AMX30B. About... No, not there. He's somewhere back on that little ridge line. Well, I see a lot of ones. I figured that was going to happen. Guess I'm going to get into spotting here because these guys don't seem too keen on like the 140 with no arty. He could have popped in really early and got into this little bowl. This might turn out to be really bad for me in the E5, but we're lucky they didn't hit me there. E100 now though, I'm gonna have to... Because the E5 they can hit me in the cupola, which is my problem, but if I can get into that bowl I think I'll be okay. Just actually getting there. Here goes nothing. Only doing this because I don't have any spotters. And I feel like with the amount of people we have in the center that we should be able to push this side. I haven't actually spotted anything yet, of course. Stay there with your giant cupola. He's actually doing a pretty good job at moving around there. The close vote? I don't believe you guys. I just checked. It's all good though. The HE100, or I should say HE100, honestly is probably one of the better tanks to go HE only in, if you had to pick one at tier 10. And it's not like the FV183 or the FV4005 stage 2. There is somebody else back there. I guess they're doing a decent job at honestly camping in tanks that probably shouldn't be back there, which is why usually you would spot them because they'd be a little bit closer up, but all their tanks that are back there were basically hiding right back here, like the E3, the IS-7, to where I couldn't spot them in between the bushes. Nothing wrong with it if we're gonna win it. We're only up by 2 though, so it's not like a guarantee here. Yep, I see those guys there. I would like to kill them, however... I guess I might as well start shooting heat. I could have penned about 2 or 3 more shots at this point had I just stuck with heat, but... I didn't like technically like absolutely need it, but definitely would have helped. Yeah. I took a risk there and I guess got hammered. Why'd you come up here, TVP, though? That's what I'm struggling to realize why he's here. I didn't even notice he was here until I just got hit, but it wasn't his fault. I took that damage. I wasn't aiming at them earlier because most of their team is back here. Like, they have 2 people on the hill, an E100 on the rail line, 3 tanks in the center, and the rest of them basically are clumped up back there. Honestly, our 268 V4. If he pushes in, they can't pen him with the tanks they have there. Like, the T-57's the only tank, even with a premium shell, that can pen that 268 V4 very well. Where if he just rushes straight in, he's not gonna die. There we go. Coming right for me, aren't you? Fortunately, probably gonna be your last shot. I don't blame him though, because you know, his team's definitely falling behind, but didn't really make a lot of sense. I know, playing an Object 268 V4, if you're not utilizing that frontal armor, honestly, you're not getting the most out of the tank, because that's the main reason you're going to be playing it. Hello. Accuracy. I don't know how this guy lived as long as he did, but fortunately, I guess camping in your E100 at max range like that has its perks, but you're still gonna be dead at the end of it unless your team carries you. That stinks. I got a mastery badge 3rd class. Our team did really well. Almost everyone over 1,000 damage here. Would you like to play?
No, thank you. I would.
Yeah. Oh, it is late, so. I have an HE E100 match here. Let's see if I can go through all 50 of them.
You say that name.
Huh?
2, 3.
So you're asking about 23. I say Uvez, but yeah.
Okay.
She's asking the top left next to Graham. I don't think you're. I've seen him tonight.
Like top middle.
Oh, top left.
Oh, that, but okay. Whatever.
All right, so let me hop into a ranked battle here. If I could rewind the game to play a certain patch. That's a tough question. I don't know the exact patch, honestly. But, see you, Ryan. I say, since there's a little bit of a delay. She didn't say, or see you say hello. Alright. I would probably say, like, for all the problems that are in the game, I would still, you know, I'd go with what we have now, but I would probably, I'd rewind it about 1.5 years. But then again, the matchmaking was so much worse back then. It's tough to say. But what pops to my mind, I would only want to do this for, like, say a day or two. I'd roll it back to the patch to where, like, this was 2011 or 2012 or something, because it was when I was playing the M4 Sherman and just derping people with HE before I spent any money on the game. They buffed HE damage and crew damage. It didn't even reach like a week. They fixed it within a couple days, but they basically improved HE to where, you know, it knocked out crew members and also modules at a much higher rate, to where you could literally one-shot a tank in an SPG by just hitting them with a HE shell directly without causing a lot of damage. But like an M4 Sherman, you'd be knocking out like one crew member a shot in some tanks on like heavily armored tanks just by hitting them. I'd probably play that just for, you know, just for fun. Sorry. She might pop back in, but she's probably a little tired given that she had in-service today for school. Hopefully my team doesn't catch on that I'm using HE only and gets angry at me. I think they will, but I think I can pop out here. Pretty might be able to get me, but oh, crap. So far they're camping it up. We're camping it up, but at least we have more people in the north, where it doesn't look like they're gonna push on us here. So I actually like how our team's set up here. Wish I could shoot that E4. Oh, I should have taken that. Off about that one. Oh, come on, guys. Where do you all go in the center? Had plenty of people there. I'm almost at 1,000 damage. I got one shot worth of damage in 3 shots here. Making a little bit of headway. This is where if our team falls behind by too much like we are now, I'm really not gonna like not having standard shells. They come all pushing here. This is not gonna go good here shortly. I think I was aiming at. I was trying to hit the E5 and his side slash like engine deck, but that worked. They got him. They got him good there. No, 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 no. Go. I blocked him. Oh, why? I just got itchy there. E4 is loaded. I barely have a shot, but at least I splashed him a little bit. Trying to keep like a presence here. I do have so much HP. I guess hit him on the gun. Crap. That's not good. Need to help out this mouse as much as possible here. That was really not good. Just the guys behind me aren't pushing up, and this mouse is gonna die without us really getting anything accomplished here. Crap, now I'm tracked. Comes the E4, maybe. Bosch B's hitting me. I don't have any I don't have any repair kit. 0 damage hit on the Fosh B. Come on, repair kit. Nope, and I'm dead. One little mistake getting tracked like that, but 2 0 damage shots with HE, and especially against the Fosh B. Like, I hit him. Oh well. Still did 2300 damage, but that's just unfortunate that, yeah. I don't know what the 3 guys behind us here, they could have basically popped out to help with these guys here and also the center, or at least pushed up a little sooner, but well, still a fun battle. Thanks for buying that, John. So let me get into the Super Conqueror here. I'm honestly, I'm over ranked battles today to where back to standard here. I'm gonna try my best. I guess I'm just gonna finish out. I'm gonna do these 3 tank requests. I'll get to, so starting next stream, I'll get back to basically, I'm still gonna take tank requests, but I'm probably gonna do, I'll probably stick with the 2 tank requests, and I'll pop into a grind and just use that kind of format. And I'm probably gonna run for that, you know, at least a week here, if not a little longer since. But the HE there, I was basically, with the accuracy, I got a little unlucky to where I was trying to hit a couple tanks like in their sides, basically stuff where their engine is, their ammo rack, thinner armor. Just wasn't working. It was hitting them basically exactly where I didn't want them to, or it was missing completely. But I was getting a lot of like 200-300 damage shots instead of getting about 400 to 600. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely remember after this battle to fix it. The weather in New Jersey, honestly, I don't like it right now, but it was 60 degrees today, but it's supposed to get a little bit colder, but then again it's gonna warm up after like a day or 2 again. It's just when it's like this in the winter, everything's just like mud and like muck, and it's still all like dead and gray out since it's the winter, and it just rains, and it's, you know, if it's above like 40-50 degrees, and that's like our weather for the next week or 2, like just up and down, but mostly like in the 60s and stuff. Like, I know a lot of people like it, but I feel like most people think they like it, and they're like, oh, we can go outside and have fun. You only can have fun if you're like somewhere that's paved, or like you're going out somewhere to go inside. But for the most part, you know, everything's like muddy and like thawed out and like mush, and yeah. Because I'm doing like a bunch of gardening and stuff to where I hadn't even tried today because it was so wet out. But that was a fun battle in E100 though. And, you know, I like doing that to where it's challenging. I'm gonna hop in here. You know, it can backfire on me if my team doesn't help, but I don't want to get stuck down on that corner if like the 261 fires on the corner there. Where I knew we'd at least have 1 person going there otherwise. They have a Patriot there. Wait to see exactly. The ISM didn't spot anyone there, so I'll head up here. I've gotten shot so many times through those stupid little trains here that I knew it was possible. I didn't completely expect to actually pen him, but I knew it was possible for me to actually hit him there. Thank you, WZ11114, E75, you're the lucky one. Get through before I reload, but now you're not lucky because you got tracked. I saw that bat chat though. Moving back here to take a little bit less damage. Now I'm ammo racked. This is actually not good. So I'm about to get flanked on my right by this bat chat, but the Conqueror doesn't have a very strong lower plate. Where I'm lucky that didn't damage me. Now the E100's here. It's just, come on team. Hello, people behind me. Like, I'm dead now. Unless I get extremely lucky, but I don't think I'm gonna make it back here. Yeah, the ISM got me. It's just, unfortunately, like, I pushed out to a decent spot, but it wasn't the safest. But then everyone else around here, like, they're trying to reposition. The enemy made their push. Like, they all pushed into this one little spot because they saw me there. I did overextend a little bit. However, when you see that happen and you start kind of backing up and moving to try to get a better shot, you're just gonna lose like 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks like just in a row and basically cause no damage in return. You're better off just, you know, sucking it up and, you know, staying balled up as a team. But oh well, I made a little bit of mistake there. Yeah, the Super Conqueror, honestly, you know, when it's in a city match like that, you know, I probably shouldn't have pushed out that far. Somehow I got the second most amount of experience on my team in that E100 match. No clue how. So I didn't lose anything as far as a chevron goes for the rank battle. I did top 4 damage using just HE. Top 2 experience, given that I was spotting my own damage and I assisted with a little bit. I don't know how that worked out, but I guess I didn't do that bad. So I have a T-29 up next here. Let's hop into this guy. Hello, Notice. Nice to see you. And Lawrence, nice to see you too. Huh. Well, have fun watching the Olympics, Will. Yeah, I'd like to be able to go see live stuff like that. Not that I like Ryan's really into skating because she skis, and she likes like ice skating since she does like ballroom dancing. But I think it would be cool to be able to see the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. Carolina Reapers? No. So basically, like, I really like basically easy stuff to grow. Which, thank you, Camille, for the subscription. So I like perennial stuff that I can plant it basically and it comes back every year. But I'm basically in the process of, so this is going to be like year 3 in the house, I believe, for us. And I had like this giant compost pile of, like, you know, basically vegetables, grass clippings, leaves and stuff, to where it's all dirt, and probably, I don't even know the size to equate it to, but it's massive, to where I did it because I had to regrade like part of the yard. Like, it was like, say, 3 or 4 feet lower than the rest of it. Or no, that's a little exaggerated. Maybe like 1 foot lower than the rest of it. And yeah, I had to fix that. But I grow blackberries, raspberries, and they're called pine berries. I grow. Otherwise, I grow like flowers and like bulbs and stuff like that, like hydrangeas, stuff, you know, pretty stuff. I have you know, too much going on when things are actually growing with the restaurant to, say, grow a lot of vegetables, where stuff like berries and stuff's a little easier for me. Oh lord. Nope. Just finish him off. Crap, I forgot I didn't have a repair kit. I guess that guy disconnected or something? I have no clue. Hey, Dicker Max, I don't think you want to pop out here again, but it missed though. You actually hit me? Oh, don't hit my cover, dude. Dude, whatever. Guess I'm not gonna do that. The Dicker Max is moving anyway. Shouldn't get hit here. Keeping an eye on 1375. Just our flank over here is falling quickly. We're just spread out to where I start pushing up because that was going to go very south very quickly there. Crap. That wall's not destructible. I thought it was a destructible wall. Oopsie daisy. I can barely shoot you. Yep. Here's that KV2. I was kind of hoping he was going to miss, but not that lucky. I can get shot through there. I'm not going to pull back anymore. BK is going to flank me. Feel like... Hey, you're getting a little bit too greedy there. Oh, I missed him. Oh well. Still did 2200 damage, but this could go really bad if our team doesn't start grouping up here. At least this already survived, but his VK 100 at 1p still has the potential to come out on top here. I don't know what exactly they're thinking, but I'm not going to watch this since I only have a little bit of time left. So I have a Patriot up next here. Let me start a giveaway. We're at 1100 Levi biscuits for the winner. Hopefully I win that one, but we did lose the Conqueror one. But just pointing out this, let's see, as far as what happened to our team. So when it came to damage, like I died really early there in the Super Conqueror. I still placed top 3 to where the problem we had, we still had a lot of people like spreading damage out here, but basically we started dropping like dominoes to where, you know, everyone was basically screwed over one at a time to where we never stuck together as a team compared to their team. I already said hi, Lawrence, if that's what you mean. Or at least I think I said hi. Which hello, Tal, too. I missed you a little earlier. Or at least I think I said hi. But thank you for the subscription, Hatsuma. These people and their Alpine Tigers. Honestly, yeah, I thought I was gonna make a video about it, but whoever was gonna buy one, I feel like bought one already, and it was kind of pointless. So that's why I made the Glacier video yesterday instead. But please, I'm just gonna put you in a timeout, Lawrence, because please don't like spam and stuff in chat like that. Like I usually try to say hi to everybody. In the beginning, can be a little difficult since there's like, you know, say 20 people popping in all at once, but Well, at least the last hour of the stream has been a little bit better than... I started out really bad today, and those are the times where it's a little tough, you know, if you're streaming and struggling to land shots. Like, win or lose, like, if I'm actually, like, playing the best that I can in a certain match, I'm fine, but even though I'm not winning a lot of these matches, outside of that Super Conqueror, because I screwed up a little bit, I haven't been making too many, like, glaring errors. Which we should see. So, it's going to be after the weekend, most likely, but we're on the second iteration of the public test, so we should see next week, I'm guessing, another little update to where they'll probably, you know, maybe add in a couple of the other maps that are missing, but we might actually see the new tier 10 tanks coming, where it seems like we're gonna get a pretty long look, because they still have some bugs with like the audio and some graphic settings for basically the test server, to where Wargaming wants to make sure like World of Tanks 1.0 when it releases in March is basically gonna work for as many people as possible. It would be a pretty big mistake if they release something that's broken, but like some audio problems. So on some high ultra settings, basically you can't hear like the track engines for, or not the track engines, the tracks and engine noises from a lot of tanks. Like it just goes mute. You can't hear a lot of like explosions and stuff, and it's weird. It's like tied to specific like settings too, but they're working on fixing that. Unfortunately for this Carnivore in here, he got himself in a really clear spot for me to shoot him. This person's gonna be a goner here, and kind of smooth sailing now for me. Not a very good shot, FCM, for you at least. It's a pretty good shot for me on you. Yes, the Alpine Tiger is just the WZ-111 with a different skin on it, and it's actually got worse camouflage than the WZ-111 once you put camo on the WZ-111. It's not much worse, but it is a little bit worse. So the Alpine Tiger, you know, it does look cool, but honestly, if you have a WZ-111, you can just download a mod. You can technically do it yourself, but the mod's easier. You can just put the Alpine Tiger skin on your WZ-111. But on the Chinese server, which is why some people were excited for it, but Wargaming's not going to do that. The Chinese server, the Alpine Tiger, is similar to the gold Type 59 that costs, I think, like $200 or something when you convert it to US currency, to where it earns, I think it's like a 2x multiplier over a standard tier 8 premium tank as far as the credits go. So you basically earn heaps of credits every single match. Like, say a standard tier 8 premium, which we won that T29 match too. Say you would get like 100,000 gross profit on a tier 8 premium. You would get like 200,000 in like an Alpine Tiger or Type 59, from my understanding. But I did top damage on that Stalingrad map, and also this battle, top damage here as well. Can't complain. So I have a AMX ELC here. Not really good in this tank, but I'll give it a whirl. Just the last stream, I really crapped it up in a battle. But I'll always, you know, as long as I have it in the garage, I'll always give it a shot. Congrats though, Floyd, on winning the raffle. Frame rate, Merlin? It, you know, depends. I get 60 FPS. So how I set up my graphics, like you can't see it with my overlay very well here. It kind of covers it, but I get 60 FPS. Like right now on the test server, I get 60 FPS because I set up my graphics to where my frame rate's stable at 60, and basically when I hit the stream button, my CPU tops out at like 90%. That's how I set up my graphics, given that I stream a lot. When you see, say like the videos that I make, like the Glacier one I put out yesterday, where it's just ultra graphics, everything maxed out, I'm just doing a recording. So basically, my frame rate's still 60, but you know, I guess cap it at 60 instead of going higher to like 120 or something like that. But my settings, typically I just tweak them to where it's a stable 60 FPS for me while I'm streaming. It's kind of difficult for me to like switch them in between to where, like, say I'm not streaming one day, you know, I'd have to kind of fine tune if I turned everything back up. But that just comes down to like OBS takes up like 40 to like 60% of my CPU sometimes when I'm streaming. Some people would say, oh, just use it's called like it's NVIDIA's basically GPU encoder. Like AMD has one too, but it's like NVENC or something. But basically my bitrate for streaming would go from, like right now I have it set at like 4,900 like kilobits or bytes a second or something. I'd have to bump all that. I only have honestly a 10 megabyte download speed because Comcast hates me, but I'd have to bump that all the way up to about 18,000, which I don't have with my download speed being as it is, or upload speed I mean, being as it is. Because CPU encoders, even though it uses, which I get my engine taken out here, I'm screwed. Yeah, and I got killed by it. At least I didn't get killed by a T-67, but oh well. That was kind of shorter than I liked, but I didn't expect the T-43 to be there, to be honest, but taking the engine out and the track at the same time really screwed me over. But yeah, basically CPU encoders for streaming are more efficient, even though they take up a lot of your CPU power. Whereas the GPU encoders, you need a really high bit rate to get the same image quality. I'm going to do one more battle here, and that's going to be it for tonight. See you, Will. Thanks for popping in tonight. Hope you have a very nice time watching hockey there. I'll be expecting to see somebody in the crowd holding up like a sign. I don't know, it says like WoT Guru or something. Or like Go Levi. Kidding. But have fun. I'm not sure, Merlin, honestly. It might have something to do with, so if you look in your Wargaming breaks this from time to time, but if you look in your settings, if like you have vertical sync on or something like that, sometimes even if it's off, Wargaming could have actually screwed that up. But basically, it being capped at slightly lower on the test server, it's just right now they haven't gotten all the bugs worked out for their settings for graphics, audio, and stuff, which is why the test server is going to be as long as it is. Like, it's probably going to be up for another, I'd say minimum 3 weeks, I would think. But more or less, if it's capped lower than what your monitor's set at, it's just something to where they have a setting broken. Where technically, like I've done it for a couple games before, like most recently Total War Arena, you can actually go in if you know what you're looking for in the files, and typically there's a little string of code that is capping your FPS, so you can manually change it to unlock it or cap it at something that you'd like. Many tanks with armor here. Like Malshin, T-28, Object 705. Honestly, our other flank's gonna get absolutely destroyed to where we need to push. technically can hit this guy, but I knew he was gonna move. Okay, why are you out there? All right, there's a T-28. Scorpion G close. Probably is. I'm waiting to see if this IS-6 is going to be kind to help. Like, screw it, I'm going. I'm probably going to die. But don't care right now because literally the rest of our team is dead. I don't know what they're all waiting for. And, you know, basically we lost the entire other side. Like, either we go now, the people in the one line, or you're just going to get flanked and clobbered later on. I guess with those two kind of backing off, I'm gonna go after the Malshin here. I know I'm gonna get smacked. Yeah. Can't let him. Yeah. Oh well. But that pretty much sums up my night. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is my last battle. I can't go too much longer here. Given that tomorrow I've got quite a few things to catch up on. Let's see. Pop up the credits here. But thank you very much again, guys, for watching tonight. It was fun with the challenges and doing ranked a little bit in the HE only match. But thanks again for those that could Platoon, and also thanks for the tips and new subscribers and followers too. Overall, it's still a pretty fun stream. In the beginning, I was a little bit frustrated at myself for my mistakes, but my next stream is going to be Sunday night, 8 p.m. start time. I don't know if between now or then, like I might start working if I have a little bit of time on a map strategy, but I don't think I'll be able to get like any videos or anything finished, even if I do start on one. I just plan on definitely need to get some stuff done around the house. So. But for anyone waiting, like I know the Alpine Tiger, hey, stop that little dog, is for sale, but basically for the NA server, the 252U is coming. I think it's about a week from now, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit longer. But I know a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people are waiting for that. But otherwise, thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see some of you guys Sunday. Otherwise, have a nice weekend here. See you around.